Okay. Hey guys, Tyler here. Wish I had my own house still.
Just got 100 times better.
In this video, we're going to turn a 40-foot school bus into my personal tiny home. This is the biggest, most expensive video we've ever done, and it took us more than a year to complete. I can't believe it, but we're doing this again. Last spring, I decided I had it with rent, and I bought a full-size school bus. And this bus was going to make the perfect house because it ran beautifully and was super powerful. I'm going like 70 right now! Once we eventually got it home, there was a lot of work to do. It is time to remove 28 seats out of this bus. So while me and my girlfriend are removing these seats, let me explain to you just how crazy this build's going to be. The very first thing we're doing to this bus is cutting the roof off and raising it up nearly 4 feet. This will make it possible to put 2 stories in the back and 9-foot ceilings inside. This will be the highest roof raised any bus has ever gotten on YouTube, ever. Our first step was taking the metal ceiling down and ripping that old nasty insulation off.
Yep.
Then we removed all the windows.
That was for Grand Rapids. Next will be Angola. Or sorry, South Bend.
To raise this roof, our dad actually designed 2 wooden jacks. These go on either side of the bus and will make it possible to jack this roof up safely and squarely. The next step was to cut the roof off like a can opener. Once we had everything cut off, it was time to try and lift it.
Okay, here we go. No way. Oh. It is big enough the whole thing.
This took so many tries to get right, but eventually we got it. This is our roof raise so far. You might be surprised to know that we're going another foot up. Once we finally reach full height, you can see how monstrous this bus is going to be. But now our number one mission was to get the jacks out of there because a strong gust of wind could blow this roof off.
Hello.
So we had to
Just having lunch.
very quickly with
Subway. I got chips and I bought Gary at the store.
This is by clamping them in the middle of the metal we cut in half and then just welding it. This took all night. But once we were done, we had a solid shell and all it needed was some siding. Oh, that's a nice big rig.
Oh.
With the roof raise complete, here's the before and here's the after. From the bottom to the top, it's 10 feet high.
Woo! Floor's going down, baby.
For the floor, we had a nice thick layer of plastic that keeps water outside of the bus. Then on top of that, we have 3-inch closed-cell foam that will keep mold from going anywhere and offer a ton of insulation.
Make some money
On
tomorrow.
top of the foam and 2x4s, we went with a nice thick layer of subfloor that wouldn't flex every time you walk on it. Dude, stop flexing, bro. Put a shirt on. Go get him a shirt, dude.
He's losing weight. He won't stop going shirtless everywhere. Just because you have abs, bro, doesn't mean
Your father.
After the
I don't see my father anymore, so it don't matter.
framing in the walls. To do this, we use metal self-tapping screws to bolt these 2x4s to the poles that we welded. We're gonna fix our front door. Look at bus is going to be insane. We're going to have a bedroom, an office, a full-size bathroom, and a second bedroom. What we're framing out right now is a second bedroom, which is technically just a loft. The wall that supports this loft will also close off the driver's compartment, making it its own room. Then we framed out a flat ceiling. A lot of school bus conversions I've seen online have curved ceilings, which are cool, but I think flat ceilings like in a house would make this build super unique. Then we started framing out the bathroom, which is going to have a toilet, sink, and a full-size shower. And of course, in the very back of the bus, we have the master bedroom and the office.
This big empty area up here is gonna be the office. So I gotta put a floor in here. I think that's about it. I was trying to think of a list there.
In case you haven't noticed, the back of the bus is going to be 2 stories. On the second story is my office, and right now we're just putting in the floor and finishing up the framing where we can put the walls on later. Meanwhile, my dad was installing the windows in the kitchen.
Jay's not doing a video, Colby's helping him. I'm stuck here doing windows. Measure twice. Two windows are in. They look great. It's coming along.
The next challenge was installing massive water tanks underneath the bus. In this bus, or really any RV, there's 3 types of water tanks: a freshwater tank, a gray tank, and a black tank. The freshwater supplies clean water to everything in the bus. The gray tank is where the wastewater from the sink and the shower go, while the black tank is what you flush down the toilet. Now, according to Google, the average black tank size for an RV is 15 to 50 gallons. Mine is going to be 200. These black tanks are absolutely massive. I'll get like 250 flushes before I have to drain these tanks. Then the freshwater tank is 100 gallons. And finally, the gray tank is 100 gallons. That's it. And now that the water tanks were in, we could start plumbing. This was the last step before spray foam insulation. At this point, the bus was really starting to look like something. The windows were installed, the ACs were installed, the electric was done. Next time you see this bus, it's going to be spray foamed. I can't wait. I think now's a good time to tell you what this bus is for. About 6 years ago, I met my girlfriend Kelsey. And her and I made the decision to move out of our apartment and turn this bus into our dream home. And she has absolutely no idea. But when this bus is done, I'm taking it to the beach and I'm gonna ask her to marry me. Yep, that's a pretty crazy plan for a YouTube video. But for now, it's time to cover up all this spray foam with dry.
You need to put this in your nose, though.
As you can see, there's a lot to put up. All right, Kelsey, you are gonna put this sheet up. There you go. There you go. A little higher. A little higher.
All right, hold on. Stop there.
Yeah, you're good. Once Kelsey headed out, Colby and I finished screwing in the first sheet, where we could move on to the hallway, which was pretty difficult. This is arguably our sketchiest piece of drywall so far. Will it tilt? Okay, I gotta help him. All right, we got it. Now we're just screwing it up. Then when we finished up the living room / kitchen area, we were able to drill a ton of holes for the can lights to go inside the ceiling and make this bus extremely bright. Wow, this looks so cool. And after nearly 2 months of working in a dark bus, we finally had light.